Okay, so today I'm doing a wood-fired oven gnocchi with a creamy tomato sauce. Check it out. Started off with the ingredients. We've got cream, salt and pepper, 1 onion, olive oil, tomatoes, garlic, Italian herbs, and some gnocchi. And that's about the look of it. So, I'll start off with cutting the tomatoes. I'm just going to cut them into little cubes to cover the tray that I'm putting them in. They'll go on the bottom, and hopefully the heat will sort of turn them into a bit of a saucy mixture. So going into the tray, and this tray is going to end up in the wood-fired pizza oven later. More tomatoes going in. More tomatoes going in. More tomatoes going in. Okay, next I'll put some olive oil over the top of these tomatoes. Those are the Italian herbs. I couldn't get that in focus, but it's just a mixture of like basil, oregano, typical Italian herbs. So that goes on, and we'll put on some garlic, more garlic. I put the olive oil on first on the tomatoes, hoping that the herbs will stick to the oil and release some flavor. I'm putting these onions on top because I'm thinking that they are going to heat up and reduce a bit into the mixture below. And I'll put some more oil on them too, just so that to help them along with the cooking, hoping that they'll also take on a bit of the wood smoke smell when they're in the oven. So let's check it out. I've got the Alfa One pizza oven on fire. The temperature's not too high. It's just got a couple of logs on there. It's about 150 degrees Celsius. I'm going to chuck it in and to the side and just let it go for, well, I was thinking 20 minutes. But, life got caught up with me and I had to let it go for a little bit longer. As it happens, and I got there about 40 minutes later. And let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at those flames for a while. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, it was about 40 minutes later, and it looks like this. And my first thought is, yeah, I overcooked them. The onions have burnt a bit, and I probably shouldn't have put the onions on top. Thinking about that again, I would probably put the onions on the bottom and let the juices from the tomatoes run out into the onion and stop them from singeing. But, I'll work with what I've got. So I'm mixing it up a bit. I gave it a bit of a taste, and I thought, you know what, this needs probably some tomato puree. But since I don't have any in the house, I'm going to skip it, and I'll put some chicken stock in there to get it a little bit more thick and juicy, just to get the consistency more of a sauce. I put it back in the oven for another 15 minutes, and I think that this is, after tasting this, I think that's the way to go. I'm adding the gnocchi in. Now, that's store-bought gnocchi. I didn't hand make that. Mixing it in with the sauce, and I'm going to let it cook not incredibly long. I'm going to really watch it this time. And in it, I'm just going to put a little bit of blue cheese, just to add a little bit of blue cheese flavor, because I've got it sitting around in the house, and I thought, I've got to use it, so we'll put it in. Now, you might notice in the background there that there's a couple of shoes, small shoes. That's my daughter. I'm holding her as I cook because she's just incredibly wanting to join the action today. and does not want to be put down while I do the cooking. As you can see her back there, she's like, pick me up, Dad, I want to cook too, or at least watch you cook. But I need 2 hands for this, and I'm going to cut all that up. And like I said, I'm not putting in heaps of blue cheese, just a bit here and there, just to get a little bit of a hint of the taste of blue cheese. Now, if it were me that's eating this dish by myself, I would just put the whole bloody lot in there and just love it, because I love blue cheese. But this is going to a toddler, so I won't let it be too overpowering. Anyway, I'm putting the cream in next. That's thickened cream, and I'm just going to cover it to the point where it mixes together, and it can be, everything is being touched by cream there. Give it a good mix. Now, I'll put this back in the oven for a short time, just 10 minutes. You want to be careful not to overcook it, because I have done it in the past, and your milk solids all separate from the oil, and you just get this oily, chunky mess. And it's not tasty, and looks terrible too. But yeah, just 10 minutes under the fire there, and it comes out looking a little like this. Not incredibly appetizing in that barbecue pan, so I think I might get a nicer pot next time, but we'll plate it up and see what it looks like. And more importantly, see what it tastes like. Here we go, just cleaning things up for the photo. Bit of parmesan on top. Now the cream's all mixed nicely through tomato, onion. The onion's not really visible anymore, and that's it. And we'll go for the taste test, see what it's like. It is delicious, really good. Yeah, really good. So good. Yeah, the blue cheese taste is not too overpowering. You get that smoky taste that you get from wood-fired foods. There's my daughter just going for it. She loves it too. Now, for a toddler that doesn't have a full set of teeth yet, she's got some access to some pretty gourmet stuff, so she likes it. But overall, the flavor I thought was great. It would have been even better with some cracked pepper on top, which is exactly what I did when I turned the camera off. I just put some cracked pepper on the top of it, and with a glass of wine, perfect.